Hey guys! Today I'm gonna do like a very quick video because I need to head out so quickly. My friend Foon from San Diego, hi Foon, gave me this idea to do a video about my skincare routine and how I managed to overcome acne. So I started having skin issues in high school while I was in Singapore. And you know, it is the right time to have acne, right? Like you're growing up, your hormones are all crazy. And like I was having this like super terrible lifestyle because I was so stressed out about having to study for the A-levels. I was like sleeping like maybe 4 hours a day. So I mean, basically the typical teenager story. At that point in time, I didn't try that many skincare products. I basically went straight to the doctor and they gave me oral antibiotics, like a basic dose. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it worked. It worked like magic. And basically one session of it, I think it was like a 2-month course of it, was able to get my acne in control. By the time I went to college in the US at UC Berekley, I was basically acne free. Like I was acne free throughout college. 然后呢，转折点是什么时候？我大三 my sophomore year, my freshman year, my senior year was my third year. I don't know what's the third year. Nobody talks about the third year. Basically, third year, I went to Hong Kong for my banking internships. I had the best skin of my life up until that point, and my skin was great. I used like this whole set of skincare products. You know, I used Shiseido, I used Laneige, and it was fine. I had no acne. But what happened was that summer, I started having the worst work schedule imaginable, right? Imagine if you're working in investment banking. 就是投资银行对你整个作息习惯会造成一个天翻地覆的一个影响啊。所以我当时我们9点进到 office， 要到晚上凌晨2、3点的时候才放工回家，然后基本上你24小时都是一个备战的一个状态，所以你是永远没有的休息的。And during this time, they paid for my housing, they paid for my food and my taxi and my travel, air tickets, everything, right? So we ate really well, like expensive stuff, like not healthy, but like really expensive stuff. During this 3 or 4 months, actually it ended up being almost like a 9-month process. But anyways, during these first 3 or 4 months, I put on a lot of weight, obviously. I started having hormonal issues. So my period became completely fucked up. I didn't have my period for 3 months. And then when I did have it, I had it for 3 months straight, which is crazy. Like my progesterone levels were probably like all over the place, right? 大学毕业之后，我才开始慢慢的长痘，一点一点的长，持续的长，从一开始的一点点，从这里一点点，然后蔓延，而且是越来越重。And it just got more aggressive and angry for the next 2 years of my life. I was dealing with personal trauma at home because my grandma passed away my senior year in college, and she was like a mother to me. I was incredibly close to my grandmother. She essentially raised me. So I was dealing with that trauma. I was dealing with graduating college and feeling like moving to Hong Kong and then moving to LA. There were a lot of changes going on. So mentally, emotionally, I was a mess. I was also depressed because I felt like the work that I was doing was not what I want to do long term. So I was like dealing with a lot of stuff. So I think definitely the hormones, the stress, and then not eating well and not exercising. Oh, exercising is also a big part. So throughout college, I danced 3 or 4 hours a day, every single day, because I was a ballroom dancer. That's what we do. So that at least gets rid of a lot of toxins in my body, and also probably the endorphins released from it made me really happy. Well, physically it made me really happy, but college was just a really happy time, right? So now all of a sudden I'm not working out or dancing, just everything just came crashing down. So for these 2 years, I just struggled with acne. It took over my entire face. I couldn't stop touching it because it felt like these angry bubbles coming up from within. Your skin is actually the largest organ on your body. 你的皮肤是身体最大的一个排泄器官，所以当你的身体出现问题的时候，第一肯定是从你的皮肤出现的。So clearly my skin was, you know, presenting all these issues, and I had no way of dealing with it. For 2 years, what I did was I tried every drugstore remedy there was. I tried Proactive, which worked kind of, but essentially what they all do is that they strip the moisture, they strip the oil from your skin, making it dry, and then they use some kind of retin A solution in various intensities to control the acne. Fundamentally, it didn't change anything. I also tried going for facial, for extractions. I didn't find them super helpful, even even though I think the skills of the technicians was okay. 每次就算做1个小时，它也只能挤到一点点的状态，所以它并没有真的很有效。So what is the one thing that solved basically my skin issue for life? It's very simple. Everybody probably talks about it. Tracy talked about it. What is it? Accutane. You've probably heard of this medication before. Like everybody who suffers from acne that doesn't go away after a couple of years and it's pretty severe will probably end up using Accutane. Accutane is a very potent drug, very powerful drug that in the US, in order to have it prescribed, you need to go to the doctor every single month to get your dose of medication. The Accutane that I got prescribed was a 6-month course. Every month I have to go back to the doctor to get a pregnancy test. Obviously for men, you don't have to do this, but for women, it was very important that you don't get pregnant during this time. And before you start your course, your doctor makes sure that you go on some form of contraceptive, either the pill or an IUD. I think I was on the pill, I don't even remember at this point, but every month you have to take a pregnancy test to make sure you're not pregnant, because if you do get accidentally pregnant during this time, the baby will be deformed. So it's very important that you do that. It's a 6-month course of medication that needs to be taken orally every day. What it does is that slowly it kills all your oil glands. Let that sink in for a second. How crazy is that? Insane, right? And it also is very taxing on your liver. So you also cannot drink for 6 months while you're on this medication. But honestly, these are all very small prices to pay for acne-free skin. As anyone who's suffering from acne will tell you, it is the most depressing, self-esteem lowering thing for a girl, especially a young woman. While you're young and you're in your prime and you feel like you should be out there, you know, being active, then I felt really held back. Every time someone looks at me, I just feel like, are they looking at my acne? Oh my God, you know, I would shy away. And that was before I started using makeup as well. So that was a very tumultuous time in my life. So during these 6 months, I took the medication every single day, went back to the doctor every month for checkups. And actually, you do see the progress very steadily. Starting about a month in, you notice that you don't start growing pimples as much. And about 2 months in, I think I pretty much stopped getting new acne altogether. 3 months in, you know, your scars start to heal. That's when you start suffering from really dry skin as well, because basically like you don't have any oil left on your skin, right? So you really have to moisturize. You have to change your entire skincare routine from Proactive and all the teenager skincare that's very much about getting rid of oil to like a very moisturizing solution. You have to moisturize all over your body because it doesn't just kill the oil glands on your face, it kills your oil glands pretty much everywhere, right? So I actually have KP chicken skin. A lot of people have it, so it's nothing to be ashamed of. My grandfather had a very severe version of it. He's a doctor and he would just tell us to, you know, go tan, get some vitamin D. But this definitely made my KP worse because your skin is even drier and then you have these built up dead skin cells all over your body. But tiny price to pay for perfect skin afterwards. So by the end of 6 months, my skin was completely clear, completely. Like I think I had a little bit of acne scarring left. There was no new acne and it wasn't forming for, I mean, pretty much starting the 3rd month. I cannot tell you how much that changed my life. Like having clear skin, well, there's a difference between having clear skin and then great skin. First, if you're having acne, even just having clear skin is really worth celebrating. So that's my first step towards clear skin. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you're a teenager and you have persistent acne, you know, please go see a dermatologist if you can afford it. At the right age, I think it's totally worthwhile to give Accutane a try if you've tried everything else and it's not working for you. Some people do need to go through a second dose of Accutane after something like 5 or 8 years. The acne might come back. I haven't needed to do that, so I'm also very grateful for that.